Hey traders, Optimus Futures here, bringing you a new TradingView tutorial. And in this video, we'll be going over TradingView's bar replay functionality. More specifically, TradingView has very recently added Synchronized Bar Replay, which allows you to bar replay multiple charts at one time and synchronize them together. Since this is our first video on TradingView's bar replay, we'll go over the whole feature in general, show you how to use this functionality. We'll go ahead and go and backtest and replay a single chart. And once we've mastered that, we'll go into and show you how to use the new synchronized bar replay. Now, first up, you want to open up a chart and load some data onto TradingView. Once you have your chart and your symbol of your choice plotted, go towards the top left of your chart and you should see the word replay with two arrows facing to the left. This is the feature we're looking for. Go ahead and left click on replay, and you'll notice it's activated once it's highlighted blue. And at the same time, at the bottom of your screen, right above your trading panel, you'll see a new bar that pops up, or a new section that's dedicated to bar replay. We'll get some forward options, which we'll see in a second, and we'll also see some buy and sell buttons that aren't active yet. These won't kick in until we start using our replay feature. First, we need to select the time frame in which we actually want to start paper trading or back testing the old data and actually trade from. So you can click select bar and highlight your crosshair, hover your crosshair over your chart. And anywhere we decide to click is where we want to start our replay from. You'll see it'll snip all the data to the right, it grays it out, and this is our starting point. So TradingView gives you a few options. You can do this manually by clicking select bar, which is the default option. You also have this option to choose a specific date and time. So you can go in, type your date or find it on the calendar, and then type in the exact time of the bar that you want to select. So you can come down below your chart, look at the x-axis and line it up with the current time and date, and go ahead and set it that way. Or the third option, which again you can access by clicking this downward facing arrow, is random bar. So if you'd like to just start at a random bar decided by TradingView for you, you can choose that option. In my example, and I think what most people will probably use, is the select bar. So I'm going to go ahead and select that, and I'm going to choose a point on my chart, and let's start there. As you can see, it cuts out all that other data that was to the right of that, and it brings up my starting point right to the front of my chart. Now from here, I can start replaying. You have a couple different options. You can do it at 1x speed, which is the default, or you can slow it down and do half speed, a third of the speed, or a 10th, or you can have the opposite and speed it up. If you want to go faster, you do 3 times, or you can go 10 times faster with 10 times. In my example here, I'm just going to choose 1 time, and once I'm ready, I can go ahead and click start. Now we can see once I click play or start, my data starts loading in, and we can all see it loading in here to the right. At any point I can pause, I can go ahead and slow this down if I want, or what some and most people might find helpful is start to trading on this data. So this is a form of market replay that I can paper trade on and actually backtest. And all I need to do is click buy and sell buttons here. You can adjust your quantity. You can type it in manually, click the plus button up or down, or type in one of their predetermined quantity selection for you. And while this is playing, I can buy and sell. Remember, this is on paper trading, but as the market replays, I can go ahead and place my orders, and it will automatically display it on the chart. It'll show you your entry price, and as you continue to play, it'll show you the hypothetical P&L that you would have made or lost on this trade. This acts just like normal trading. Now, we don't have the same contingent order types such as limits and stops like we do on your normal trading, but this could be a good backtesting exercise, or anybody that just wants to replay their trades and see what may have hypothetically happened. This could be good for you. So I can place my orders. I went ahead, I sold right here and bought right here, and I can continue practicing as I need to. You can see once you're done with your trade, it actually spits out your P&L right here and displays that. And what's also great is we have an entire section that gives us statistics on our trades right below this as well. So right below select bar and below the trading panel on TradingView, there's a whole section dedicated to replay trading. And you can see it's active because there's a blue dot next to it as well. So this is how I know I'm actually using replay trading. You can see here, once I've done my trades, I start to get statistics from my historical data trading. It shows me an overview of my profits. I can see how many trades I've done. It shows me my percentage, my profit factor if it's available, the max drawdown, my average trades. And this only gets and starts to populate itself the more you do, of course. I only have one done for right now, so let's go ahead and do a couple others. There's absolutely no rhyme or reason to anything I'm choosing here. I'm just randomly clicking buy or sell buttons just for tutorial purposes. So the statistics you see here don't mean much, but we're doing this for the sake of tutorials. And as you can see here, I continue to click and TradingView continues to give me performance updates on these trades. It fills out a graph for you, You can start to see a summary. You can look at your performance summary and it gives you details on everything you've done. It gives you a bunch of different statistics. You can grab this section here in this slider and expand it if you'd like to see more details. And you can see a list of your trades as well. You can go ahead and display everything. It shows you the time that you placed it at. It shows you the order type, the buy and sell side, the quantity, profit, losses, all of the above. So this really lets you go in, get a bunch of different details to your trades, and backtest any date range you'd really like. You can also go into your settings here. You can adjust your quantity. You can adjust your currency if you work with a different currency other than US dollars or whatever the default is. And if you'd like to add your commissions into the trade, just to practice like if it was a real trade, you can type in your commission here. And you can do it by percentage of that trade, or by contract or by order, depending on the fill methodology and how your broker charges. And that will automatically be deducted in the replay trading under your performance. So it'll automatically take out the commission for you, just like you were if you were doing real live trading. So that's for a single chart. We've essentially gone over most of the options with the bar replay feature. There's a couple different options down below where you can also enable buy and hold equity. And you can also enable it by percentage rather than absolute. But other than that, this is how you access bar replay. It's a very powerful tool. TradingView makes it really simple and really easy to use. And everything is conveniently located all down here in the bottom of your chart. Once you're done using this, you can go ahead and click the X to close this out, and you can click yes. And at any time, if you need to re-enable it, you could either, one, come back down here to replay trading and click launch bar replay, or you can go back up at the top and click replay again, and it'll bring you to the same thing. Just remember and keep in mind, once you stop, your performance is typically cut out. So you may want to take a picture, export this, or copy any of your list of trades by clicking export data right here before you end your simulator or before you end the bar replay. Because as you've seen, I just started and stopped it and all my history's gone out. This is how it's designed. So just keep in mind, if whatever testing you did was important, I would suggest that you click export data and it will actually allow you to download that data. So keep that in mind before you shut this off. Now this so far has been the single chart bar replay. All of the same functionality essentially applies to the synchronized chart replay that we've referred to, but it allows you to do two charts or two time frames at the same time. So to access that, what we can do is go ahead to the top right of our TradingView chart and you'll get the multi-layout screen or the multi-layout options. So choose whatever layout you'd like. I'm going to keep this simple and just do two charts. And as you can see here, I just automatically was prompted with it. TradingView is letting me know that I can now replay on charts simultaneously. And to do that, I click the down arrow, select all charts, and it will replay everything on my screen. Otherwise, it'll only be a single chart, and you can tell which chart is highlighted, if you notice, which is highlighted blue. Just watch closely. If I left click on this left chart, my left chart's highlighted blue with the blue border. If I right click on this right one, this is now selected. So it's just really important that if you do have multiple charts, if you do want to replay only one at a time, you make sure you choose the one that's highlighted by the blue representation. If not, you want to do all charts. And remember, this can be done on different time frames too. So right now I have a 5-minute on both. I'm going to change my right chart to a 20-minute time frame. And let's go ahead and see how this acts. So we have it set to all charts. We want to go ahead and click select the bar, and you see my charts are already synchronized. What I do with my crosshair on one chart is happening on the other. We're just on 2 different time frames. So I'm skipping a lot more bars on this left chart here, because it's only a 5-minute time frame. My right chart, is a 20-minute time frame. So I accidentally clicked on my right chart, but that's okay. I'm going to go ahead and start replaying from that time. You can see it automatically cut off my left chart here based on the time frame I chose on the right. And they're replaying at the same price, the same time, but we're on 2 different time frames. So now we can get a really good in-depth, precise look at how the market's working on that 5-minute time frame on my left compared to that 20-minute time frame on the right. You can really see the difference in how the candles are printed and how they're moving on these different time frames. The trading applies the same. I can go ahead and sell. I can go ahead and buy. And it applies. We see it on my right chart only, since this is the only one selected. But I can swap back over to my left here. Go ahead into my trading performance and start buying and selling here as well. And see the list of trades. So whatever chart you prefer to trade from, it's ultimately up to you. As we saw, they're completely synchronized. It's on all charts. And we're now replaying both data at the same time. So this is TradingView's new bar replay, and more importantly, their new synchronized bar play feature. We hope you found this tutorial helpful. If you have any questions, we have our community forum. You can share any screenshots, pictures, questions, anything you need TradingView help-wise, feel free to post it there. You can find it at community.optimusfutures.com. You can also email us at support@optimusfutures.com. Feel free to give us a call, ask us your questions, anything you need help with, just feel free to reach out. We hope you enjoyed this video, and thanks for watching.